boy, is this a hockey game tonight, folks.
The Blues are giving the favored Indians plenty of trouble. The Blues are launching another attack.
There they go.
They're through the Indians' defense, and it looks like a goal for the Blues. Johnson's about to shoot. He does. Oh.
Bruce, the Indian goalie, just pulled a beautiful save.
Something's wrong with the Indians tonight, folks. They're off their game. They're not playing with that usual punch.
They're heavy favorites tonight, but here they are out there struggling to hold their own.
Joe Holland, the coach for the Indians, looks funny worried, and he should be. Unless his team snaps out, they'll never get into the playoffs.
There they go. The Blues are on another raid.
What a break, folks. An Indian just stole the puck. It's number 7, Tommy Ferguson, that flashy left winger. He's the only one on the team that's in form tonight. It's a sure goal. No, miss. Drake and Adams is coming up fast from both sides. They're going to support Ferguson. Look out. Boy, what a steal.
Joe Holland wants to talk to you.
Where is he?
In the office.
Thanks. Well, hello, Joe. What brings you to this den of iniquity? Thought you didn't go in for the Wheel of Chance anymore.
I don't. Say, who is this Steve Moreau who graciously consented to be our star left wing?
Oh, so he accepted, eh? Fine. I meant to call you about him. I knew you'd want a good man to fill Ferguson's spot, so naturally I signed your name.
Never heard of this fellow.
Nobody has. That's the swell part of it, Joe. He's a dark horse, not a pro. Ed Voorhees saw him in Winnipeg last season with some little scrub team. Says he's another Sweeney Shriner.
Oh, yeah? Well, we'll look him over. Can't be any worse than a couple of the giraffes I've got. Killing one of their own forwards in a scrimmage.
Yeah, I know. We all feel badly about that, and Tommy Ferguson was a swell kid. But it wasn't anyone's fault. It was purely accidental.
I'm conceding that. But at best, it was clumsy hockey.
Clumsy of Ferguson.
Oh, yeah? I wasn't a bit stuck on the way Mr. Drake and Mr. Adams staged their bally roast that night and several other nights. They've lost us too many games. That's what I came to see you about. I'm getting rid of them.
Drake and Adams? Are you crazy?
Oh, just wisen up.
But the playoffs only 3 weeks away.
Exactly. We want to win them. That's what you're paying me for. Or is it?
Sure. That's why I'm not going to let you fire 2 of your best men.
Been too consistent. Somebody's gotten to them. That game the night Tommy Ferguson was killed is the rawest throw I ever looked at.
But it was...
Oh, sure. Killing the boy was accidental. But shooting wide behind that cage was no fluke. There are a couple of double crossers. I don't want them on any team I manage.
I'd like to have you reconsider that, Joe. I'm afraid you're acting a little too harsh.
Either they go or I do. That's flat.
But I can't afford to lose you, too.
Take your choice.
All right. Maybe there's another way. I wouldn't even mention this, but I'm afraid you might go out and do something foolish. You remember that? It's a check for 5G, signed by Joseph D. Holland, and it's rubber, and I'm holding it. I wouldn't want this to come between our friendship. Like I said, I wouldn't even mention it, but you don't seem to know what's good for you. You're an artist. Me, I'm a businessman. You stick with me and you'll go a long way.
Yeah, up the river.
That's where you're wrong. Your best chance of staying out of jail is to trail with me. I wouldn't prosecute you for writing a bad check if you were my pal.
I get it. Not up the river, but down.
You were gambling, Joe.
Yeah, and you were supposed to be staking me. You said give the guy a check and I'll cover it in the morning. Then you let my check bounce and paid him off in cash.
You'd never be able to prove that to a jury. And it'd break your daughter's heart if you were convicted on this charge.
I see. So I'm in, huh?
You were never out, Joe.
I'm in.
Mr. Holland?
Uh-huh.
My name is Moreau, Steve Moreau.
Oh, yeah. Sit down, Mr. Moreau.
Thanks.
Steve, I'll call you. Gonna be with us?
You made me the offer.
Yeah, that's right. Smoke?
No, thanks. Not during the season.
Can you escape?
Mr. Holland, when you sent for me, did you think I was a horse doctor? Did you want me to play hockey? I skate, yes. Pretty good.
Uh-huh. So I heard. One of our scouts saw you with the Winnipeg soda jerkers or whatever it was.
The Scrubs. I don't think I met the gentleman.
I didn't say he was a gentleman, said he was a scout. One way or the other, you got to be a pretty good man to take Tom Ferguson's place. That boy was a hockey player.
Who's the owner of this team?
It's a syndicate. But you take your orders from me. I pay you off. Report for tryout at 9 o'clock.
Yes, sir.
That means 9.
I'll be there.
Boys, I want you to meet Steve Moreau, Winnipeg. Supposed to be a left wing. We'll find out in a few minutes. Moose Durkin plays defense.
How are you?
How are you?
This is Leapfrog Soleil, a Canuck like yourself.
Ha! Moreau. Je sais Winnipeg bien. Et c'est le premier shooter en New York?
I'm sorry, pal, but, well, I was raised in a Scotch family.
No matter. We show these Yankees how to play hockey, eh?
Fred Hammond, another defenseman.
Hiya, Fred.
Fine, thanks.
This is Bill Drake, center and a very tricky player in more ways than one.
Glad to have you with us, Moreau.
Thanks.
This is Dick Adams, a good right wing when he's on the wagon.
Don't believe all he tells you. He likes to ride me.
Now you can get out and you meet the rest later, huh?
Incidentally, Mr. Moreau, I'm Miss Holland.
Sorry, my daughter. Now go on out there and pretend you're left wing, huh?
Pretty good hockey.
Gonna be all right.
All right. Why, he's the best player out there.
Oh, folks, here we are. Here's another fast and furious game. Yes, sir, the Indians and Eagles are at it hammer and tongs. Well, the ice may be cold, but the players are sure hot. Baby, what a jam. Number 7's in the thick of it again. That's Steve Moreau, the Indians' new left winger. He's fast and tricky, but it sure looks like he knows all the answers. One of the Eagles has the puck. He passes. A teammate takes it and shoots. No score. No score. Moreau, number 7, took the disc on the rebound, and there he goes. Look at him travel. The puck seems to be glued to his stick. Holland's new find is good, and I don't mean maybe. He's going to shoot. He made it. Oh, folks, I sure wish you were here to see this game. It's give and take with plenty of thrills, chills, and spills. And the Indians are going to it like a house on fire. One of the Eagles has snagged the rubber. Uh-oh, Adams of the Indians is closing in on the Eagle. Uh-oh, what's this coming off? Adams, an Indian right winger, has just been handled a penalty for tripping. That's 5 minutes in the corner for him, and what a break for the Eagles.
I told you to cut out that fancy stick work, didn't I?
The Indians now will have their hands full trying to plug up that hole in that forward line. As you know, folks, a penalty makes the team one man short. So it's now 6 Eagles stacked up against 5 Indians. He's off again. Number 7. I mean, Steve Moreau. He's taking a pass right off the boards, and he's hot, putting it right down in the Eagles' cage.
He's going good.
Boy, oh boy, he's cutting through. Home down the middle ice. The Eagles' defensemen are all set to dump him. He's out in the clear. Aha, he beats the defense. The Eagles' goalie is getting set. Another goal for Moreau. Oh, folks, McHugh went down on the ice to save that shot, but he didn't have a chance. And there goes the bell for the end of the period. And the boys are now going off the ice for a well-deserved rest.
Good boy. 3-0.
Yeah, we're winning tonight.
The new guy is good.
Yeah, maybe too good.
That's the end of the period, folks. But don't mind me if I stutter. This boy Moreau has sure got me hot and bothered. He's the answer to Joe Holland's prayer, and he's plenty hot. Looks like our Indians is all set and going places with him in the lineup.
Will I be in your way?
Hello, Betty. How's the Indians' mascot?
I wouldn't be asked to know him.
How's your dad? You ought to be pretty pleased with that new prospect of his.
He is. Say,
Yeah?
where can I get a job?
Job? What in the world do you want with a job? If my dad was the coach of the Indians, I'd give up my job on the Courier and write a play. That's your angle. Write a play.
I'm serious. Could you get me on the Courier?
Aha, the journalism germ. What makes you think you'd be a good reporter?
Well, I know a lot about hockey. I could write it up.
Take my job? That's out.
Well, we're in the final minutes of the play, folks, and the Indians are way out in front. It's been a field day for Steve Moreau. That's the Indians' new find. And there he goes again, folks. He's going clear around. He slips past the defense, and he's got loose. He made it. It's a goal. Another goal for Steve Moreau. Oh, boy, what a one-man team this boy is. There goes the bell for the end of the game. It's been a personal triumph for Joe Holland's new sensation. And believe me, folks, when I say it, that the Steve Moreau is greased lightning on skates. And one of the cleverest stick handlers I've ever seen. And with him in the game, oh, it looks like the Indians are a cinch for the playoff.
Oh, Mr. Moreau,
Yes?
I want you to meet Mr. Erskine, sports editor of the Courier.
Glad to know it.
Played some mighty fine hockey tonight, fella.
Thanks.
I'll have to do at least a half a column on him. Let's all go out and grab something to eat. I can get your life history at the same time.
Well, I don't know.
Oh, come on. A cup of coffee isn't breaking training.
Well, all right. I'll see you as soon as I change.
To put it plainly, the Indians haven't done so well this season. They lost a lot of games they should have won.
It's worried Dad a lot.
You cinched it for him tonight.
Well, the coach said I'd have to be good to come up to that other boy, the one that was killed.
Tommy Ferguson.
Ferguson. He was from up my way, wasn't he?
Yeah, some little town near Winnipeg. Strange you never heard of him.
No, I didn't. Not till I read about it in the papers, and that was pretty well mixed up. How did it happen?
Well, Dick Adams shot for a goal and missed. The puck went around back. Tommy and Adams started for it from opposite directions. They crashed head-on behind the cage, just as Bill Drake collided with him. He was back of Adams. When they picked up Ferguson...
He was pretty popular with the boys, too, wasn't he?
He was rather a quiet boy. Didn't seem to mix much with the others. Dick Adams felt wretched about it. We all did.
Well, I don't see why. They didn't do it on purpose.
How would you feel if you were playing with a kid 1 minute and the next he was dead? Especially if you'd bumped into him and felt that might be the cause of it.
Well, hockey isn't a cream puffs game. The player ought to be able to take care of himself. If he can't, he rates what he gets.
That's one slant on it. I gotta call the paper. Last time Mickey was on at night, he fell asleep and muffed my story.
Are you really as hard-boiled as all that?
As hard-boiled as all what, Miss Holland?
People getting their necks broken. Most professional athletes are sentimentalists.
Yeah, I know. All muscle and no brain. It's very touching.
I wonder if you're being quite sincere, Mr. Morrow, or if this isn't just an act.
Just an act. I'm really soft-hearted and terribly sensitive. You know, I cry at a sad movie, or when I see a hungry cat, even when people speak harshly to me. Tell me more about this Ferguson.
I gotta go to the office.
So late?
Yeah, Mickey Dreyer just copped a rumor in the realm of manly sport, and it may lead to something sensational. About that favor you wanted, Betty.
Yes?
I'll see you tomorrow. Oh, waiter.
Oh, hello, Sam.
Hello, Betty.
Well, what brought you here?
Something I want to talk to you about.
Come on over and sit down.
All right.
What's all the dark mystery? Do I get a job in the paper?
You get one if you want it. And here's the mystery. Nobody's supposed to know you're working there. It's strictly Secret Service, see what I mean?
No, not exactly.
Mickey Dwyer got a lead on the real owner of the Indians. He's a prominent gambler by the name of Rudy Maxwell. Ever hear of him?
I know. I thought some kind of a syndicate owned the team. A wealthy sportsman.
He's wealthy, all right. He ought to be. His sportsmanship has been mainly loaded dice. Now he's in hockey. It all ties up with a lot of things I've been curious about.
For instance?
A lot of those games, obviously thrown. The Indians lost them on purpose.
You have proof of this?
You can't prove a smell. That's why I'm hiring you. You know all the boys.
Thanks. I'm sure my father will be pleased to hear that you've branded him a crook and a stooge for a gambler.
Now, wait a minute, Betty. Nobody's accusing your father. He probably doesn't know who he's working for. A fellow like Maxwell operates through a front, like the secretary of the syndicate, see?
And he probably doesn't know his own players are throwing games either.
That's right.
But you do.
I suspect it. I also suspect that a lot of the boys are taking bribes from Maxwell. I don't know what your father's idea is on the thing, but I'll gamble he's as straight as a baseline, and I'll fight any man in town who says he isn't, but I can't fight everybody in town, and they'll all be saying it, unless we get proof. Then give it to your father. Let him break the story. What do you say?
Why not talk to Dad? He'll be back in a few minutes. Tell him your suspicions.
It's no good. He'd only blow up. Probably quit his job or fire every man in the outfit. Then we wouldn't have any proof. Maxwell would simply hire another coach. I want to put Maxwell out of hockey.
And what am I supposed to do?
Keep your eyes and ears open. You see the boys at practice. You hear what they're saying. Check up on their friends. Don't you see, Betty, you can ask a lot of questions. It would sound funny coming from me or from the Hockey Commission. Coming from you, they'll only sound sappy.
Oh, I see. I'm a cross between a sap and a spy.
Oh, now, listen, Betty. You owe it to your dad and all the straight guys on the team to find out who the ringers are. Can't you see that?
All right, Mr. Erskine, you've hired yourself a mighty hurry. But on one condition.
And what's that?
I want 1 month's salary in advance.
Well, we usually get paid by the week. But I suppose I can arrange that.
Fine. And just have it made out to cash. Place it on the Indians for me to win. They play the Bears on Saturday night, the first of the playoffs. And I have all the faith in the world in them.
What a night, what a crowd, and what a tussle this should be. The Indians versus the Polar Bears in their first game of the playoffs. The fans are expecting fireworks, and they'd ought to get plenty.
You all set? All except the cash. I don't throw these games for nothing. Quiet. Maxwell just gave it to me. I'll slip you your cut tomorrow. You better.
All right, get around. It's your first playoff, isn't it, Moreau?
Yes, sir.
All right, lots of luck, and don't get nervous.
I won't. But I can't help thinking that I'm taking Tommy Ferguson's place.
Shut up, will you?
Oh, I'm sorry.
Now, I know you guys are going to do your best. We've lost a few games this season. Games we ought to have won. I'm hoping that's over. Those of you who contributed to our losing streak in the past will have this opportunity to square yourselves. We let bygones be bygones. Now get in there and give them everything you've got.
Well, both teams have taken the ice, folks. Yep, they're all set for the face-off. There's the throw-in. The game is on. They're scrambling for the puck. One of the Bears have it. He's scrambling right straight through defense. Hard luck. Oh, boy, he rifled that shot right off the goalie's pad. An Indian has the disc now. Oh, look at him go. He feints the pass to Soleil. Soleil has tricked the Bears in defense, and he's out in the clear. Sorry, Soleil scored with a terrific skimmer. McHugh never had a chance to save. The Indians have scratched pay dirt, folks, and they'll sure be hard to hold now. There goes Moreau again. He's trying. He's lost the puck. A Bear has it. He's begging toward the Indians' goal. Bruce gets all set for a drive, and he clears nicely. Soleil has snared the disc. He starts down center ice, but the puck is stolen by a Bear. There's a pass. Another Bear has it. Drake, the Indian center, is taken after him. Sacco, it looks like a penalty for Drake.
2 minutes, Drake.
Yes, sir, folks, it's a penalty for Drake. 2 minutes in the Hoosgow for illegal board checking. The Indians are attacking again. Moreau has the rubber. He's going like a cyclone down the boards. Lane of the Bears has stolen the disc from Moreau. He's cutting through and he passes. He's through the defense. He shoots. It's a goal. The Bears have tied up the count. Boy, what a battle. It's nip and tuck with no quarters given a rest. The Indians are poking up the Bears' tack. Moreau snakes the puck loose. He's off on a solo dash. Adams is coming up fast to support Moreau. Bam! Adams accidentally tripped Moreau. What a spill. Looks like Moreau's been hurting that crack up. He's shaking his right hand. He must have sprained it. Too bad if he did, because he's the spark plug of that Indian team. And now the Bears are launching another attack. Oh, boy. Lane has the puck. They're bunching up in front of the Indians' cage. There goes the bell. It's the end of the period. A narrow escape for the Indians. A few more seconds and the Bears might have scored.
Hey, what are you trying to do? Steal goals for your own teammates? You're not shooting so hot. If you'd have tripped your opponent like you did Moreau, the referee would have slapped a penalty on us.
It was my fault, Coach. I guess our skates locked. Adams couldn't help it.
Oh, I see. very fraternal.
It's been a tight game so far, with both teams burning up the ice. The score stands 1-1, and the next session should tell the tale. Well, somebody rung in a comedian to help entertain the fans. I felt that bump myself. Period now. Both teams will have to turn on the heat. The game is still deadlocked, 1 goal apiece. Uh-oh. Soleil of the Indians has the puck. He's looking for an opening. Moreau is calling for a pass.
Over here.
Soleil passes to Moreau. The Indian left winger has it. He's cutting down middle ice. He's beating the defense. He shoots. He misses. Oh, he misses by yards. Oh, the Indians are certainly missing the goals tonight. Lane of the Bears scooped up the disc. He's heading for the Indians' goal. Adams is trying to head him off. Bingo! Adams knocked Lane right off his feet.
2 minutes, Adams.
Uh-oh, another penalty for Adams. A bad break for the Indians at this time. That leaves them short-handed for 2 minutes, and that means plenty at this stage of the game. The Bears are off on another raid. One of their forwards has the puck, and he's cutting in. There he goes! It's a goal! Oh, a beautiful slam bang into the court. The Bears are now out in front by 1 marker. But can they hold it? Uh-oh. Look at Moreau. He's off again. It's the last chance for the Indians to tie the count. He's through. Can he make it? He's shooting. He made it. No, he didn't. His parting shot went way wide. Well, folks, there goes the final whistle, and the Bears winners by 2 goals to 1.
Condolences, kid. There goes your bet. Looks like you'll be working for the paper for nothing for the next 4 weeks.
I'll work the rest of my life to show up that double-crossing bribe-taker.
Which one?
Steve Morrow. I'd have thought he'd be the last to throw a game like that. It's so obvious.
Cheer up, kid. Your dad will probably fire you if you prove it. But you've got to prove it.
That's my assignment, isn't it?
You heels certainly did yourself proud tonight. Another performance like that and you won't be able to appear in any rink in North America. The fans will throw pop bottles at you. What do you suppose the sports writers are going to say about you in the morning? What are you going to say about me? Indians. If I had my way, I'd rename this team. I'd call you the Yellow Streaks.
Did you get hurt when I spilled you?
No, nothing much.
It was wide of you to cover me with the old man.
You mean old woman, don't you? You're talking about the coach.
He'd fire me off the team if he could. He's been riding me all year. That's why it was swell of you to take the rap like that.
Oh, forget it.
I guess I had you pegged wrong, Moreau. Figured you was one of these white-haired boys, you know, all for clean sport and never talk back to the referee. Well, that makes 2 I owe you.
2 what?
2 quick ones. One for covering me, the other for me getting you wrong. What do you say?
Well,
Oh, come on. Old pain in the face don't check up on us.
Who might argue with an old timer? Your way is my way. Come on, come on. You're not going to die. Adams.
Where am I?
In my room, and it's morning. We played the polar bears last night, remember?
Polar bears, ice.
Drink this. Go on, drink it.
What happened? I'm kind of foggy.
Well, we went up the corner. You were going to buy me a couple quick ones. I didn't know you'd try to inhale all the booze on Manhattan Island.
Oh, my head hurts.
It should. I tried to stop you after the 4th round. Brother, you're sure one Gabby drunk.
Did I spill anything?
Yeah. One highball went all over you. What else would you be spilling?
Nothing. Skip it. I'll be okay after a cup of coffee and a cold shower.
I'm building the coffee, but the shower's out. There's a tub bath down the hall.
What, no shower? What kind of a dump is this?
Now, wait a minute, mister. A Britisher's home is his castle.
You'll get the jeeps here.
I don't make $1 million a month, you know.
Yeah, I know, underpaid. We all are. Ought to stage a sit-down strike, but we'd have to do it on the ice. Still, you could do better than this chamber of horrors.
Well, I don't know, Dick. I'm pretty flat.
Yeah, well, don't worry about that, pal. You stick to Papa. I got an idea I can fix it. How am I doing?
Better than I am. I'll have to raid the place to get me out of here alive.
Your credit's good. A lot of our guys play here.
Yeah? Who?
Well, not a lot, but a few.
What would the coach say?
Plenty, if he knew it.
He might find out if we got in a jam up here.
You won't get in any jam. See that guy over there? That's Maxwell. He runs this joint. He's a pretty nice fella. Come on, let's have a drink.
14 red. Come on. The Canadians go over the top at dawn.
Huh.
Say, just how does a guy get in solid with Maxwell?
You ask too many questions. Come on, let's have a drink.
All right. Now, what could be important enough to yank me away from Gunner McFoley's training quarters?
Well, my first 4 weeks are up, and I was thinking about a raise.
If you drag me all the way down here to...
Just a minute, and you'll be glad to give it to me. Set yourself for a shock. Steve Moreau is not Steve Moreau.
Yes, and Shakespeare didn't write Shakespeare's plays. They were written by a guy named, Shakespeare. All right, who is he? John L. Sullivan's mummy on skates? I don't care what kind of an alias he's using. Has he taken any crooked money, and have you got proof of it?
Maybe I'd better start at the beginning. The first day he reported for practice, that other Canadian, Soleil, spoke to him in French. He didn't understand it.
All Canadians don't speak French. I know a fellow once named O'Shanahan.
But Moreau's French. It's a French name. Anyway, it made me suspicious. I sent a wire to the manager of the Winnipeg Scrubs. Steve Moreau keeps a grocery store in a little town in Manitoba. And his leg's so badly injured, he'll never be able to play hockey again.
Are you sure of this?
Here's the wire.
This all begins to add up. He's been spending a lot of time at Maxwell's joint. He and that weak sister Adams. Now, if we only had some tangible proof that Maxwell owns this team.
I could drop in there tonight.
The gambling joint? What good would that do?
Well, I might be able to get into Maxwell's private office. He must spend part of the time mingling with the customers. I could dash in and look around.
And grab the enemy's plans right off the Admiral's desk. 1 if by land and 2 if by sea.
Oh, be serious. If he owns the team, there must be some proof.
We're not lying around loose. Not where you could dash in and grab it and dash out again. If it was as simple as that, I'd try it myself.
But he knows you.
Now, we're not going to argue about it. You're not going to Maxwell's. You'd only get into trouble and your father'd have a fit.
But he wouldn't know.
You might find out. And then he'd blame me. Listen, I've got troubles enough without having that wild man chase me around with a shillelagh. You keep away from Maxwell's.
All right, Sam. Whatever you think best.
I don't know, Maxwell. I thought that game with the Bears was going to be the last we fixed this season. This is taking a big chance.
Why?
You know what the paper said about that other game. If the commission ever starts investigating...
Suppose they do. What can that bunch of old squaws prove?
They might get a lead on what happened to Tommy Ferguson.
Hey, pipe down. Tommy Ferguson had a bad accident because he couldn't keep his trap shut. I hope nothing like that will ever be necessary on this team again. Don't you want your money? Okay, let's go. Just a minute, Drake. I want to speak to you. Good night, Adams. You better go out the back door. You've been seen altogether too much up here. pal seems to be a little nervous. Yeah. Too much ginger ale. Well, you better play big brother to him until after the game. I can't afford to have him crack up. Keep him away from that ginger ale. You want miracles.
Just leave everything the way it is.
Quick, out the back way.
Honey, you can't get out that way. Come on.
Let go.
Come on.
If you let me alone, I can take care of myself.
Stop arguing, Nitwit. Do you want to spend the night in jail? Come on. Hurry.
I could kill you.
Yeah, I like you too. Come on. Hey, taxi.
Oh, my purse. I dropped it. I've got to go back.
Never mind your purse. Come on.
Well, I suppose you want me to thank you for saving me. My hero.
Well, maybe you'd rather have had a ride in the police wagon. What would your father say? Spending your time in a dive like that, losing his money. Maybe he's so rich.
It's a funny thing about that, but he doesn't seem to have half the money to squander that some of the players have.
What do you mean by that?
If you really want to know, I think you threw that first game of the playoffs. I think you were paid to do it. And furthermore, your name isn't Steve Moreau.
No, it isn't. It's Ferguson. Alec Ferguson. Tom's brother. Tom and me, taking the last time he was up home.
But why?
Betty, I wouldn't be telling you this, only you've guessed half of it. I'd persuaded Moreau to let me come in his place because I wasn't satisfied that Tom died accidentally. And since I've been here, I've learned plenty. But I'm pretty sure that your dad's a straight guy who's being used by that bunch of jackals behind Tom's murder.
Murder?
Yes, that's what I think it is. That's why I joined the team.
Why didn't you tell me? You could have trusted me.
Well, I wasn't so sure. You can't blame me.
No, I suppose not. And here I've been suspecting you.
Well, that game with the Bears must have looked pretty fishy. I sprained my wrist, or rather Adams sprained it for me. Worked out all right, though. Got me next to Adams. And he's the weakest link in the chain. Maxwell's too cagey to work on.
Steve. I mean Alec. Well, whatever your name is. You will be careful, won't you? If anything should happen to you,
What?
It would give the team an awful black eye.
Well, they certainly wrecked the joint this time, didn't they?
Didn't miss a thing.
I just talked to headquarters, boss, and the boys will be out in the morning. I found this over in the corner. This here was inside. I figured you might want to see it.
Miss Elizabeth Holland, 1414 Sherman Place. Steve Moreau, crippled for life. Stop. In grocery business, Mooseville, Manitoba. Stop. Player in New York to whom you refer, evidently imposter. A.E. McKenzie, Director, Winnipeg Polytechnic Scrubs. Miss Elizabeth Holland. Let me see that. A press card to the Daily Courier.
Betty Holland?
Yeah, she's checking up on the team.
Who do you figure this Moreau guy is?
I don't know, but this dame's our first problem. Here, get rid of this. It was never found up here, and you don't know anything about it, savvy?
I catch.
You better pick up Miss Elizabeth Holland first thing in the morning.
What do you want?
I was here last night, remember me? My name's Moreau.
Oh, Moreau. Yeah. Come on in. This way. Somebody to see you, boss.
Hello, Mr. Maxwell.
Oh, Mr. Moreau. You are Mr. Moreau, aren't you?
Yes, that's right.
Well, what can I do for you?
Well, the young lady I was with last night lost her purse here. She phoned and asked me if I'd look it up for her.
Eddie, did you find a lady's purse when you were cleaning up?
No, all I found was a lady's glove. Oh, yeah, and a cigarette lighter. But there wasn't any purse.
That's funny.
Eddie just finished sweeping up inside and out. This sort of thing happens in every raid. People get excited, drop things, and anyone can pick them up. I hope there was nothing of value in it.
She didn't say.
It's too bad. I'm glad you came over just the same. Saves me the trouble of sending for you.
Sending for me?
That's right. It may seem strange to you, Mr. Moreau, but we like to get paid around here, particularly at a time like this. You can see what this set me back.
Yeah. Well, just how much do I owe you, Mr. Maxwell?
Come inside.
Would you sit down?
Thanks.
Stephen Moreau, $750.
That's a lot of dough.
Yeah, I could use it. Even part of it.
Look, I might as well be on the level with you, Mr. Maxwell. I never intended to get in so deep. You see, I've got a lot of other obligations.
You should have thought of that before you started to gamble.
Yeah, I know I should. I deserve to be knocked for a loop, and you can do it if you like. That won't get you your money. Now, if you could give me a little time on it, if there was some way I could work it out.
Work it out? You're a hockey player. I run a gambling establishment. What could you do for me?
Well, I don't know. But if you knew of any way I could make some dough on the side...
I'm afraid I can't help you, Moreau. And apparently you can't help me either, so... Profit and loss. Next time I'll know better.
Well, I'm sorry, Mr. Maxwell.
Can you find your way out all right?
Yes, I guess so.
Passing up a bet, boss. He's one of the key players and begging for a bribe.
Yeah, begging too hard with that phony name. He might be a dick. Hop to it and tail him, and don't let him get out of your sight.
Right.
Hello, Betty. Say, you sure you dropped that purse at Maxwell's?
It must be there. I remember distinctly. I had it when the raid started. I was playing at that roulette table near Maxwell's office. Oh, no, there was nothing else you could do. Why, you took enough risk going back there at all. All right, I'll meet you for lunch at 1 o'clock. Goodbye.
Who was that you were talking to?
Boyfriend.
How long have you been going to joints like Maxwell's?
Dad, I've taken a job in the Courier with Sam Erskine. That's the only reason I was there.
Was it a secret? Why couldn't you have told me?
Well, it was a secret. A special assignment. There are a lot of ugly rumors about our team, Dad. I didn't believe them at first, and I don't think Sam did either. But there's so much evidence, and it's got to be proved or disproved to protect you. Well, Sam knows that you're perfectly honest. Why, he said he'd fight any man who said differently.
Very kind of Sam.
Where are you going? It isn't Sam's fault.
Listen, sweetheart, I've heard those rumors too. More than half suspected them myself. But I'm working on my own angle. If there's any truth in all this, it's going to be a nasty mess. And I don't want my kitty mixed up in it.
Courier? Sam Erskine, please. Hello, Sam? Oh, I don't know what to do. I got caught in that raid. But I lost my purse with that telegram from Canada. Yes, I lost it up there. Oh, is that so? Well, you ought to be glad I went up. I found out something you'll be mighty interested to hear. Oh, no, I don't think I'd better over the phone. I'll be right down. Driver, I want to go downtown.
Yes, ma'am.
What do you want to see? Oh, hello, Joe. I'm glad you dropped in. I want to have a little chat with you about that delightful daughter of yours.
That makes it unanimous. I've already spoken to her about her little visit up here last night. If she comes into this dump again, I'm going to hold you responsible. Oh, it's all right if you want to run a gambling joint, even if no one does get a square deal up here. But get this. From now on, me and my daughter and that hockey team I coach have nothing to do with your high-smelling rackets. You kept me in line pretty well so far by waving that rubber check. But now you can bounce it, show it at the DA, or what's more likely, shoot me in the back as I walk out that door. You're still a mug, and me and you don't play ball any longer.
Quitting your job, Joe?
No. I'm protecting the honest players on my team and all the honest dough that bet on them. If I'm alive for the last game, I'm going to see that those kids win. And the first thing I do is fire Mr. Drake and that sniveling drunkard Adams.
Have it your own way, Joe. Of course you'll be alive. I only wish I could guarantee as much for that charming daughter of yours.
Huh?
Miss Holland's going to be our guest just till after the game. Didn't she tell you? Oh, of course not, but she didn't know it herself the last time you saw her. She'll be very comfortable. She'll have good home-cooked meals, and nobody will bother her.
What are you talking about?
In military language, Joe, I believe they call it a hostage. This is the last of the playoffs, and so far, you and the Bears are tied. Now, I've got 50,000 on the Bears, and I can't afford to let you win.
You wouldn't dare hurt my kid?
Oh, no, of course not. There's so many traffic accidents these days. So many things can happen that you can't even check up on. Oh, pardon me. Hello? Oh, yeah, Walt. Fine. Yeah, her old man's here now. He seemed kind of skeptical, but I think this will prove it to him. Now, look, I've told him that she's going to be very comfortable, respectfully treated and all. You get that? Fine. Yes, I think he'll listen to reason. That's right. Take her out to the new place in the country. Goodbye. Oh, and one thing more, Joe. We've just found out that your daughter had a job on the Courier. They'll probably be calling up wanting to know why she isn't at work. You'd better think up a good alibi to tell her friend.
Why, you...
Okay. But I wouldn't call the cops if I were you, Joe. Because I wouldn't want anything to happen to Betty either.
Say, Joe, where's Betty? She phoned me this morning saying she was on the way to my office. Had something to tell me. She never showed up. I called your apartment. There wasn't anybody there.
Yes. She told me about that job she had, and I made her give it up. She's spending a couple of weeks with her Aunt Ellen.
Where are you going for your vacation, Berries?
Job hunting. We lose tonight. So will you and all the rest of us.
Well, William, where's your pal?
How do you mean?
Speak of the devil, it's about time you got here.
Why, Coach ain't even down yet.
All the better. I want to go over a play with you fellas.
You want?
Not so loud. I was talking to Rudy this afternoon.
Maxwell?
Yeah. I suppose you guys know what you're supposed to do.
I ain't heard nothing.
Okay by me. I'll just have to tell him you wouldn't give.
Say, how do you come in on this?
It's a three-man play, stupid. But I won't tell you unless you'll listen. You guys are in, so am I. That's all.
He didn't say anything to us.
What do you want? An engraved letter from him?
Okay, Steve, go ahead, spill it.
Well, second period. I shoot wide behind opponent's cage. Get it? Now, you and me both start for the puck. You go around left, I go around right. Bill here will follow me up. And be sure and follow me up. Do you understand?
I won't do it.
What's the matter with you?
You can't put me in a spot like that. I know what you're up to, but you can't get away with it. I won't go out there. I'll go to the police. Tell them everything. Shut up! I'm on to this. I remember that night up in his office. He kept you after I left. You guys fixed it up. Gonna kill me like Tommy Ferguson, eh?
So right. There are a couple of cops waiting in the corridor. Call them in.
Hey, this guy's out.
Throw some water on him. You want him pinched? Right. Suspicion of murdering Tommy Ferguson. I'll be down to preferred charges after the game.
Okay, wise guy, but remember, there's such a thing as false arrest.
Yeah? I'll take a chance on that. Everybody here heard Adams sound off.
Get going.
I've suspected those two guys all season, but only of throwing games. These murderers are rabbits you have pulled out of the hat.
What's the idea of Drake and Adams?
I just had him pinched.
Why?
You fellows might as well hear this now. My full name is Alexander George Ferguson. I'm hoping you all like my brother Tommy. Those two didn't. He was winning too many games that they were paid to lose. Now we can all get out there tonight and win.
Tommy,
Monsieur, we shall dedicate our victory to your brother. Of all my efforts.
Wait a minute. You can't do it. You can't win tonight.
why can't we?
He paid off Drake and Adams.
Shut up.
Now, my friend, what is his explanation of this? Quick!
I'm trying to tell you, I didn't pay those 2 eggs off. I wanted to fire them for weeks, but I was on the spot. Now Betty's on the spot.
Betty?
Yeah, Maxwell's got her. He owns this team. I heard him tell someone to take her out to his new place.
Where's Maxwell?
I wish I knew. Wherever he is, he's got his ear glued to the radio. He's got his money on the polar bears to win. My daughter's life is at stake, and we've got to lose. It may be only a bluff. I don't think he'd dare harm her, but I can't take a chance.
Let me call the cops.
That'd help a lot. We don't know even where to look for him. I know it's asking a lot, boys, with the championship on the line, but we've got to lose this game.
All right, Joe, we're with you. What do you say?
I say the first guy would shoot the goal, it gives you frappe and the mousse.
It's a deal.
You said it, fella.
So we throw it.
Come on, Airedales, play your worst.
Well, here we are again, folks. We're all set to give you a blow-by-blow word picture of the crucial event of the ice hockey season. Teams are on edge, and the Bears have already taken the ice, and they're all set to go. Uh-oh, here comes the Indian, and they're all looking like they're in a scalping mood. Well, tonight's game has all the earmarks of being a slam-bang, knock 'em down, and drag 'em out of there. Well. Jack Bronson, chairman of the Hockey Commission, has also turned out for the game. Looks like he's going to have a little chinwag with Holland.
Good evening, Joe.
Hello, Mr. Brunson.
Expect to win?
Well, I'll tell you,
Just a little tip from the Hockey Commission. We're watching your boys tonight, hoping they'll do their best. Sometimes we can't tell whether our team's doing its best or not. We'd hate having to launch an investigation. I hear you're putting in substitutes for Drake and Adams.
That's right. I'm saving them.
Good luck, Joe.
I think Mr. Holland has something up his sleeve. He's holding back Drake and Adams, 2 of his stars. He's probably saving them up for when the going gets hot. Harry Grimm is substituting for Drake at center, and Greg Larson for Adams at right wing. And now both centers are getting set for the face-off. And there's the throw in. The Bears center has the puck. He's breaking away in the clear. Moreau's trying to head him off. He can't. The Bears sense hunting. He's making tracks fast. He's in the clear. No, he's not. Boy, what a snack-up. An Indian just filled him with a hard body check. Another Bruin snag on the disc. He's going places. He's playing for a goal. What a save. Bruce took that one right off his 10th rib. An Indian took the disc on a rebound. He's circling the defense. He's through. He's shooting for a goal. What a break for the Bears. A wide-open goal, and the Indian missed it by a mile. That baby don't need glasses. He needs binoculars.
Well, I guess Joe knows what he's doing.
The Redskins are on the warpath again. One of them just stole the rubber. He's taking a long shot. No dice. He missed. Well, the Bear has the puck now. He's cutting through center ice toward the Indians' goal. The Indians' defensemen are getting set. Louie, what a collision. Downs just hit one of the Indians so hard that my own back teeth rattled. Well, Downs broke through all right, but it looks like he's due for a penalty. Uh-oh, what's coming off now? Oh, boy, a fisted fandango has broken out right down in front of the Indians' cage. Look at him trade punches. What a game and what a scrap. Well, the referee sure has his hands full. He's waving 2 of the Bears to the cooler. Uh-oh, that was an expensive last word for King of the Bears. Well, it's the reform school for him as well. The crowd's going daffy, and so am I. What a chance for the Indians to start ringing the cash register.
What the...
Shut up. List. 6 men against 3 and the title at stake. Uh-oh, hold everything. They're scrapping again, right in front of the penalty box. The Indians started this brawl. Looks like they're after blood, not the hockey crown. And there goes 3 Redskins into the hoosgow.
They're playing smart.
What a game. I wish you were here beside me, folks. It's the dappiest, dizziest tilt I've ever seen. The championship's at stake and only 3 players of each team on the ice. Neither team is in shape for an offensive play. They'll probably coast it out until the period's ended. Moreau and Soule appear to be having a little fun with the Bear. Uh-oh. Moreau crossed up the Bears and me as well. He's breaking for a Bruin goal. Moreau shoots. He misses. No, it's a goal, and what a goal. A fluke, but a goal just the same. Folks, that's one for the books. And here's what happened. Soule come up fast on the right, just as Moreau got in a firing range. The Indian left winger shot for the right-hand corner of the cage. His drive would have missed, but fate and one of Soule's skates stepped in. The puck was going wide, and it banged against Soule's skate. And before the goalie or anyone else knew what had happened, it ricocheted right into the net. An accidental goal, but it counts, and the Indians are out in front by 1-0.
Hey, it ain't going so good. Why don't he throw in Drake and Adams?
Holland's got his orders. It's up to him.
What's the matter with you fellas? What are you trying to do? This is murder.
I do not know how she happened.
It was one of those things, Joe. I shouldn't have started up with the puck, but I thought I'd give him a chance.
You could have let him score, Hank, in the first part.
But, Joe, be reasonable. The cage is 6 feet wide, and I'm standing way over at the side with 4 feet to shoot at. The clock has to hit me with it.
They'll score all right.
Well, it's 1-0 in favor of the Indians. The game is still young, and anything can happen.
They're facing off again. Downstairs, the puck, and there they go.
Downs is sweeping down behind his own case to gain speed. He's cutting down the boards.
He's cutting through. Oh, baby, he's through. He's trying for a goal. Oh, Rose pulled off a beautiful save. Went down on both knees and blocked Downs' hard drive.
An Indian has the puck now.
The Bears are fighting desperately to start the count. Moreau's after the puck. There he goes.
Zooey! Look at that Moreau charge the referee right off his feet.
That'll cost you 10 minutes, tough guy. Come on.
10 minutes in the cooler for Moreau. Oh, he pulled off a row in that time, folks. I can't figure out why he picked on the referee.
I got a message for you from Maxwell. He wants you out at the new place right away.
Yeah? Well, I got different orders.
Yeah, I know. To follow me. Lee says to forget that. The heat's on account of Tommy Ferguson.
I don't know what you're talking about.
All right by me. You don't see Drake or Adams down there, do you?
Yeah, they're using subs room.
Yeah? And why? Because Drake and Adams are in jail, talking their heads off about Tommy Ferguson. Maxwell's clearing out in a hurry. So you better step on him if you don't want to be left holding the sack. And don't try a phone call. The cops might trace it.
Thanks, partner. Out to the new place and step on it.
Follow that cab. Hey, you got a screwdriver?
Yeah, why?
Let me take it. I want to pry these skates off. Don't let them know you're telling them. Douse your lights.
What, try without lights?
Listen, those guys are killers.
Yeah? All right, I'll take a chance.
Well, let's first now. Let's see where they go.
Keep your eyes open. He said you was pulling out and I was to meet you here.
You sap, he probably followed you.
Yeah? And what about Drake and Adams? He told me they squealed.
Phone Jaime in town, tell him to have the boat ready. Go get the dame, we're on our way.
Stand by. Where are you going?
Go find out what that was. There, you stay here. Walt, find out what's going on.
What's going on here? You better take these two. They're wanted for murder.
Are you all right?
Yeah, I'm all right. But I wonder what the score is.
That's right, Sam. Just got in. I'd have phoned from court, but there was such a jam. They were all found guilty. Maxwell and his men come up for sentence Thursday. Drake and Adams got theirs today. Sent to the penalty box for life. Incidentally, the Hockey Commission completely exonerated Dad at the hearing this morning. He's thinking of buying the team if he can get a little financing. Oh, yes, and one more item. I'm quitting my job, Sam. I'm going to marry Steve Moreau.
The name is Ferguson, honey. You better remember it. You might get lost sometime.
Just try and lose me.